Jake, would you ever want to be a hearse driver?
I thought about it when we were, not professionally, but when we took the limo across the country, we looked into a hearse.
Really?
Yeah, I thought that'd be funny.
Just like have a bed back there or something?
Yeah. But then we're like, I don't know. Like if you're going to go big car, limo's a lot more fun.
Yeah.
It's got a better reputation than the hearse.
People are more excited to honk for a limo.
Yeah. You can't like sell out your hood to a sponsor on a hearse. That feels wrong. Like, is this guy branding his funeral?
Every time I see a hearse and I'm like, somebody has to drive that thing. And just on the off chance, what if there's just one time
You hear a little,
you take a bump a little too hard, you see it kind of fly up and you're like, that was just because of the bump, right?
yeah, you hear like a knock or like that wasn't.
That I'm hearing things. You know how like when you're home alone, sometimes you hear things?
The house, one of my phony phrases when we did that segment was,
yeah, it's
the
not
house ain't creaky in the daytime or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would be like that. Like I would need
limos creak quieter than hearses.
yeah. Somebody better call shotgun if I'm driving the hearse. no, hold on. That's like I meant like someone needs to be with
me. That's perfect. Yeah, that's all we need.
I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast.
It's like having a co-pilot.
Yeah.
Like it just helps.
Yeah.
Happy Monday, Ghosties. Welcome to the best podcast.
Chiefs are still Super Bowl champs, in case anybody forgot.
Chiefs are Super Bowl champs. Kansas City is still a great place to live if you want to move here.
Yeah, Kansas side. And I'm addicted to Instagram Live.
Tommy, do you know about this new feature that Instagram just came out with?
Instagram's doing this crazy thing, dude.
They just now started letting people live stream.
So you can do this thing where...
Explain live streaming.
So live streaming. So streaming is like on the internet. It's actually, I try to explain it to my kids sometimes.
Time and hand down. He'll answer questions when it's over.
It's really hard to explain the internet to your children, first of all. Like, because Bo's like, how do you can play the same story that mom can play on her phone, but you have it on your phone? And I'm like, yeah, it's on the internet. What's the internet? I don't know, man. It's something
worldwide cool. Spiderweb.
Charlotte's Web. Yeah. So anyway, Timon, there's this thing where you just put it's like you can do it on the front of your camera, or you can make it to where you're showing what's on the back of your camera.
Your camera or your phone? What?
Dude, that's the thing. Phones have cameras these days.
It's a camera phone.
Okay, yeah.
It's a camera phone.
Questions at the end.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And raise your hand next time. Right? That's how we establish that. So yeah, you just put up your phone. You press one button, boom. All of a sudden, you are live. And the reason they call it live is because it's like happening live, right?
That's how I understand it.
And you can just talk to your phone, and other people can watch you talk to your phone and comment
live.
And by golly, Timon, is it addicting?
I got out of the shower last night and Rachel was like, Brad's live right now. I was like, oh my God. Of course he is. His fourth time today.
Oh yeah. Why not? You know, I was kegging some cold brew. Why not?
Yeah.
So there was every once in a while I would have to like shake the cold brew. And so I was just shaking back and forth, and I would see people like join right as I'm just shaking back and forth. And I'm like, I bet they're just like, what did I just get myself into here?
It's fun that no matter if we go live from the Ghostrunners podcast Instagram with 6,000 followers or G Schwartz Comedy with 150,000 followers, we have about 100 people watching no matter what.
Always.
It's the same 100 people, I'm guessing. They're just like, yeah, I'm not doing anything.
They're right on there right away, which is awesome. So
yeah, usually mid live stream, I'll get a couple texts or like right afterwards, like, dude, you have to live stream more. So people are liking it.
Oh, cool. It's fun. It's fun to do, and it's normally it's like, hey, I'm already kind of like not needing to kill time, but kind of. You know, like yesterday we did one for like 5 minutes, and then we did one while we were driving. I did one. I'm trying to think what my fourth live was. It's hard to remember them all.
Yeah, what was your first one yesterday? What'd you start off with?
Oh no, it was the first one was with you, and then I did one where I was waiting for Bo in line,
waiting for Mother's Day out.
Yeah, so. Yeah, why not? You know, let them watch.
Let them watch.
Let them stream.
Let them stream. Yeah, we live streamed on the way to go play some pickup basketball last night. You want to talk about that?
Sure. The live stream or the pickup basketball?
The pickup basketball.
Pickup basketball was at Hy-Vee Arena, where the storied venue where we did our basketball game back in the day.
This was PT, pre-timing.
Pre-timing. Timing, have you heard about the basketball game? Do you know about it?
With like the one where everyone came.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, some about it. Yeah.
Okay,
Gotcha.
that's basically it. You have to just know. Everyone came.
He's like the rec game where like some people showed up. Yes, that's
Yeah,
the one.
it was really cool.
That's awesome.
And we
The
lost.
people were there.
It's still wild that we lost that game. Biggest
we
regret in life, maybe. Those guys almost quit. They didn't want to play. Remember that? They were like,
Yeah.
we're gonna get embarrassed by you guys. We're like, come on.
Look at all these people.
We have
show
all
up.
these people that came. Just play. And they're like, fine.
And they beat us
And they beat us.
by 2.
I blame Isaac and Jordan. It wasn't our fault.
We did all that we could. We're only human.
So yeah, we played. This is the second year in a row that we've done this, where we've played this high school, private school, Whitfield Academy,
Whitfield.
because Jake knows Nolan, one of the head coach of the team, right?
Yeah.
From SBU.
Yep.
Is that the connection?
Yep.
And so yeah, went last year and played, and yeah, again this year, and it was fun. It was us, Cup to Cup Johnny, Garrett Gibson, Nolan, and Tim. I like Tim.
Tim Finley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tim's great.
Good guy.
Yeah.
So
It was fun. I think I was somewhat excited because I was like, hey, I've been running a mile a day. Let's see how the cardio is. It is different, dude. It did not.
oh, it's way different.
It didn't
I knew
help
it was going
that
to be
much.
different. Yeah.
It didn't help that much. It was a different kind of conditioning.
Yeah.
So I was pretty tired the whole time. We were about 10 minutes into playing, and I realized, like, man, I'm really out of breath. And then I realized, you know why? Because Brad and I have not shut up for the entire first 10 minutes. I just think I was just, why? It's hard to keep your mouth shut playing sports.
We're just making fun.
We're having so much fun.
So yeah, so this is like the end of their season, right?
End of year tournament this Saturday.
Against and the team they're playing is Cornerstone Academy, Cornerstone whatever.
Yeah.
And so, like Nolan's like, hey, we're gonna play a 3-2 zone because that's what Cornerstone plays. And so I was like,
Trash
okay, great.
defense.
We have no idea what we're doing on 3-2.
Yeah.
I don't know if we gave them a good look at all.
But Brad and I really became method actors. Once he said, you are the other team.
Yeah, you are Cornerstone.
Brad immediately was like, what's the other team? He's like, Cornerstone. Let's go, C-Stone.
Yeah, instead of defense. C-Stone! C-Stone!
We would just do that every time we were on defense.
Yeah, we would be like, at one point we were losing like 14-8. And I was like, guys, it's not over yet. Believe, Cornerstone. Believe. Come on, Knights. I don't know what their mascot is, but it sounds good.
To be honest, never got that many laughs out of the other guys. But we
Very
stayed
little
faithful.
interaction.
We stayed faithful in
Yeah.
character. And we kept, before the game even started, Nolan tells us, hey, you're going to be the other team. And they run a 3-2 zone. And then, we're like, anything else we know about their team? Like, how's their point guard play? Brad's like, what'd you ask Nolan?
I said, do they have like an overweight guy that could shoot threes and not much else, like a little butterball? He goes, actually, they kind of do. Yeah. I was like, great. And I think I said in his mid-30s or something like that.
Yeah, like an older guy
Yeah.
on their team. And so Brad lit it up, and it was so funny. Brad just made everything. You made 6 for 6 to start off
no,
for
I think
3.
I was 6 for 7.
But 6, didn't you make your first 6 though?
No, I think I missed. I think I made 4 in a row, and then
Okay.
there was one. So the guy that was guarding me is
Frank.
6'7", like just a tall dude, but just was kind of like he's like, I'm not used to the guy I'm guarding shooting threes.
Yeah,
And
hand down, man down.
Yeah, there was one time where finally after 4 in a row he guarded me, and I was like, I'm gonna shoot it anyway.
Wow, I'm hot.
So missed that one, but yeah, I think it went 6 for 7 to start out.
It was so funny.
It was
Frank,
I was like,
get a
Frank, what are
hand
you
up.
doing? Frank, you gotta learn.
Get a hand up, Frank.
Yeah, it's like either Nolan told them not to have fun, or like they were just genuinely annoyed with us because they didn't interact very well at all.
Yeah, you get to play against 2 comedians who are like turning it up a notch. Like, it was definitely more comedy than basketball being done here, and they did not care. We learned that one dude, like, he looked like a little freshman. His name was they kept calling him Stavi.
Was it?
I thought it was Stavi.
It was go ahead. Yeah. I feel like it wasn't Stav, but
Anyway, once we learned his name, once you learn someone's name, then we just kept having, just like, oh, Stavi, never seen a shot he doesn't like.
seriously, he kind of laughed a few times, but like, yeah, this kid was a short little, like, not short, but yeah, definitely a young kid. And we were joking around with them.
Yeah, it was a good time. We
ended up winning by 1, kind of.
Cornerstone in the 5th quarter we did.
Yeah, we lost in the 4th quarter, but then there was enough time for one more quarter. Lost by 1 or 2 in the 4th quarter, but came back, had a good time.
It was fun. They call a timeout with 3 seconds left, and they're down by 1. And so we were like, how should we guard the inbounds? And we're like, you know what? It doesn't actually matter if we win. Let's let one of these kids be a hero.
Be your hero, yeah.
And so they made a wild inbounds pass. I mean, just like across the court, weak pass. Garrett Gibson and I both go up, kind of like when Timon is signaling us we're doing the wrong thing. Just both go up and just like whiff a basketball in the air. We both whiff it. It was crazy. And then the other kid gets it, passes it. They have a wide open layup, and then he misses it. So the plan to make a kid a hero, we really made him the villain. He was like, dude, Devin. Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah, it kind of like ricocheted weird, and then this guy just caught the ball wide open under the basket and just missed. It was pretty unbelievable. But hey,
that was fun.
We had a lot of fun.
Stone.
Stone. Come on, Stone.
Hope they win this weekend.
Apparently they've had a good season. Whitfield has.
All right, Whitfield.
So whatever we did last year, you really sparked them up.
Really stirred something up in them.
So,
do we want to play a game with Timon?
Yes.
Brad was carrying out his podcast notes, and
yeah, one of them
something.
just said movie lines with Timon. I don't remember, however many episodes it was, but just realizing like Timon, maybe just School of Rock, not watching that. So I bet Timon doesn't know a lot of things that we know. So I gave him, one kind of quiz off the podcast. You can't handle the blank. Timon nailed it. It's truth. If you don't know,
I asked him hasta la vista, and he didn't know it.
Okay,
so that's where we're at.
So
that's the litmus test.
Yeah.
Timon, the rules are you have to at least guess something.
Okay.
And you only get 7 seconds to guess something.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Number 1. I'm going to start off with an easy one. Keep the change. Yeah.
Filthy animal.
Very good.
Nice.
Do you know the movie?
Yes. Home Alone.
Very good. Okay.
You're killing me.
Smalls.
Let's go. 2 for 2.
All right. Let's go back. He doesn't know the answer to this one. Hasta la vista.
Grandma. I don't know.
Baby.
Hasta la vista, grandma.
Hasta la vista, grandma. Yeah. He's leaving after a good trip to grandma's house. It's from the Terminator.
Okay.
Next one. There's no crying in blank.
Oh, good one.
The North Pole. I have no idea.
It's the North Pole.
Why are you crying?
Come on, make some toys.
It's like heaven. There's only joy here. There's no crying in baseball.
Okay.
It's Tom Hanks in a movie called A League of Their Own.
Nice.
Let's continue on with the Tom Hanks motif. Life is like a
Box of chocolates.
You
never know what you're going to get.
Very good.
Prologue to that. Blank always said,
My mama?
nice.
Mom always said.
I've never seen Forrest Gump, but like just, I
Yep.
mean, it's just
Oh, you really nailed
It's
that.
just iconic. Yeah.
iconic. Yeah.
Continuing on Tom Hanks.
Okay.
Nope. He doesn't say it, but he's in the movie.
Okay.
No. Hey, there is a snake in my
Boot.
nice.
To infinity.
That's what I was gonna say.
And beyond.
All right. What about this one? This
All
is
right, crank it up a notch.
This is Jim Carrey.
Okay.
He just goes, all righty.
Mama? I have no idea.
It's grandma and mama.
North Pole.
All righty
You
then.
got this, mama.
all of Timon's guesses are mama or grandma.
Yeah.
it's a mother figure.
Ace Ventura, Timon.
Okay.
It's a pet detective.
All right. Show me the
Peanuts.
Come on!
I've had enough Cracker Jacks.
It's Dumbo. Show me the peanuts. Come on.
Show me the peanuts. Somebody make a cartoon
Yeah.
of that. Show me the peanuts.
All right. Hey, not Dumbo, but another animal movie.
Okay.
That'll do.
Pig. That'll do.
Very good. What movie?
Donkey would have also
Is that-
worked.
Oh, That'll Do Donkey.
Is it like,
Which is a parody of That'll Do Pig.
Yes.
is it like Babe?
Babe.
Nice.
Okay.
Very good.
Very good. This is the last one that I have on my list. I'm going to give you one. I'm going to say, no, I'm going to do it with actions.
Okay.
I'm king of the
World.
nice.
Very good.
What is that? I have no idea what
Titanic.
that's from. Oh, cool.
All right. What about this one? Blank, we have a problem.
Houston.
Very good. Do you know what it's from?
No.
Tom Hanks again.
Yeah. Tom Hanks is so
He's
good.
all over the 90s.
Apollo 13.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. You don't have any more?
I'm all out.
They may take our lives, but they'll never take our
Spirit?
Pretty close, basically. More American.
Never take our passion.
Okay.
It was Peanuts.
Shoot.
It was from Dumbo.
Never take
again.
our freedom.
Cool.
Oh. Do you like blank? Do you like blank? Well, I just got a number. How do you like them blanks?
It's the same word for all those blanks.
My first instinct was bagels.
Do you like bagels? Do you like bagels? Yeah. Well, I just got a number. How you like them bagels? Nope, it's apples.
Oh,
Close.
How you like them apples?
It was edible.
Food?
Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah.
Okay, what about this one? From The Sixth Sense. Heard of that movie?
Yeah.
Heard of it. Haven't seen it.
I see blank people.
Dead people?
Very good.
Nice. Intuitive. I bet you're a good test taker.
Timon. Okay, what about this one? The first rule of blank is you do not talk about blank. It's the same blank for both.
Fight Club?
Gosh,
Wow.
Timon,
How do
come
you know
on.
that?
I don't know. Haven't seen these movies, but I've just...
All right, let's get it harder here.
This is a great test of just like things you passively take in.
Totally.
And just
Yeah.
like over scrolling.
I think it's just like
and-
the internet.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Those were the good. Okay. Lord of the Rings. I haven't even seen this, but I know this quote. You shall.
Not pass.
Very good.
Or not pass.
Not pass.
Gandalf.
Oh, okay. Zoolander, 2001. What is this? A center for.
I have no idea.
All right. I'll keep reading. What is this? A center for blanks? How can we expect to teach children to learn how to read if they can't even fit inside the building?
Idiots?
What is this? A center for ants?
Oh, nice.
Let's see. This one's more of a method acting tough one.
Okay.
My.
Precious.
Yes. Okay, from Spider-Man. Remember, with great power
Comes great responsibility.
Come on, Timon. Okay, from Finding Nemo.
He loves cartoons, you know.
Fish are.
Friends, not food.
Okay, the original Spider-Man was not a cartoon. Or the.
Oh, he was real?
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
So it's a true story.
Let's see. A lot of Finding Nemo. I don't know how to put this. Is from Anchorman.
Okay.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a blank.
Two
People
words?
know me.
Big baby.
Pretty close.
Big deal.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big baby.
Yeah, I think that's
Good job, Timon.
I think that's pretty good, Timon. We'll make it harder next time.
Okay.
Movies from the 60s. We don't even know the answers. That's fun. Also fun, I just got a text in all caps from our very own Rendall Weaver. It said, "We're coming to Gulf Shores,
Yes!
baby." Rendall Weaver!
Yes! That's how we react when people come to Ghost Shores, baby.
That's right. Just sent the text while recording.
Rendall Weaver!
Well, that just Rendall's my Weaver.
That really does. Can you
Yeah.
imagine? He's going to have to go by an alias. People aren't going to be able to just
know.
leave him alone. He's going to be such a hot commode.
Session 2, king size bed. He's got his own private Rendall, his own Weaver. It's going to be nice.
Good for him. Rendall Weaver.
He's bringing a friend, and I hope he's got a cool name too.
So bring a friend. Fun, dude.
Bring your best.
I'm
Bring your
excited,
friends.
Rendall. Excited to have you, man.
Rendall.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So.
All right, I want to hear about Friday Pickleball. You guys filmed some Friday?
Oh yeah,
How's
dude!
it going?
I am so excited right now. Just so fired up on like just more traditional YouTube type content, what we would call long form content.
Long form content.
I remember we were really excited about it when we gave it a try. I think some
Yep.
people are listening to the podcast now because of like the one long form video we did, the
Yeah.
Christmas cookie taste test.
Somebody asked me about it yesterday in my live.
No way.
Will you do more Christmas cookie kit taste? I
It's
was like,
great.
listen, here's the deal with them. We're not making any money off them. We actually lose money on those, I think.
Yeah, it takes way longer to edit. So yeah, it's I really haven't done this. Like Brad and I've tried it a time or two. Obviously, the parade videos are kind of that style,
Kinda.
in a way. But really haven't done this since my Juggling and Josh days of like, hey, I'm going to consistently have an upload schedule. We're going to care about titles and thumbnails, you know, and like really play the YouTube game.
Okay.
And I'm really excited about it. And we're getting the best of the best to do it. So me, Scott, and Isaac will be on camera. Friday paddles. we got a relationship. We signed a little deal with Chicken and Pickle to shoot inside of there.
Really?
Yeah, on a weekly or just as needed basis.
Nice.
And then we got Mr. Timon Imsh, director of photography, shooting everything, audioing everything.
Yeah.
These are technical terms.
Audioing.
Doing the audio.
Nice.
And shooting everything. So that looks top notch. And then we went out and got the guy who edits for Good and GM Golf, one of the best editors in all of YouTube, I think. His name is Ryder. He is going to be editing for us.
Oh, wow. So Timon's not going to edit. Timon's just shooting.
Yes, for now.
Fun. Okay.
And so, yeah, we got our first draft of the video. And I mean, I said it to Scott and Isaac, and we're like, the first 60 seconds alone, Ryder is worth every penny.
Really?
It's so fun. I mean, he's not going to make us look like Mr. Beast, but I mean, we're making pickleball videos. And for what we're doing, I mean, we have all the talent to make it happen. I'm just so excited.
So what'd you guys film?
So we shot 3 videos last week. I went out and bought a radar gun because I looked online. I couldn't find anyone who had tested the speed of a pickleball hit, serve, anything with a radar gun. Like I couldn't find that. I was like, oh my gosh, that seems like something people will be curious about. Yeah. They might search for. And so, yeah, our first video, which is out now by the time you're listening to this, I think we're just going to title it like, how fast can you serve a pickleball? Nice little radar gun in the thumbnail. And yeah, we just had fun, So it was like, first we got to make sure this radar gun works. And so we had Scott run and, we were like throwing it around and just silly stuff. And I did a couple different challenges. And I told Isaac to bring some because we were going to do a competition to see who could serve it the fastest. But I was like, you got to, let's have it be fun. And so Isaac went out and bought smelling salts. And so we all would like take hits of that and stuff. And try to make it entertaining. And
what'd you think of the smelling salts? Never done that.
It was a very like acidic, like it just smelled like chemicals. Okay. I don't know. It's ammonia is what's in there.
Oh, okay.
So I think they normally use this to like wake people up from like sleeps. Mm-hmm. Or if you're like a middle linebacker. Did not help your serve speed, we found in our testing. And it was great, dude, because Scott came in last. And, he was just like, oh, how is this? How?
Really? I mean, Isaac came in first, right?
Isaac and I tied for first.
Really?
And then Scott came in last.
Isaac is just so like naturally strong. It just feels like, so I just assume, and he's got longer arms. So I feel like he would. Yeah,
you would think the physics would. Then again, when you're hitting a plastic ball, maybe it's only so much. Huh. But either way, so yeah, that was our first video, and that's so fun. And then I went out and bought one of those big like colorful spinning wheels. And so we did a video with that. And Scott was actually at one point on the ground crying, laughing. Which Scott loves to laugh in general, but you would spin this wheel to see what your paddle was, and we brought everything. And, I brought a Half-Baked Harvest cookbook. I brought the DVD for Chicken Little, the DVD case. Your shoe, a frying pan, and anyway, we got in this. So Isaac and I each spun. We were playing each other, and he had just like a dinner plate, and I had a fireplace shovel.
Oh yeah,
if you can imagine.
Yeah, like an ash shovel.
Yeah, and that head-to-head battle was so funny. Just because the rally we couldn't, it just kept going, and Isaac is like two-hand chest passing the ball, and it doesn't look like I should be able to get to it, but that shovel is so long that I could reach it. And
you had some longevity there.
So
yeah,
funny.
It was just
the
really
shovel's
funny.
like, it's like so long that it's like bending from like the weight of it. It's like just like you're
it's like flexing it around.
Yeah.
So
and it
funny.
made the funniest sound when you'd hit it. And so anyway, it was just fun, and I'm just excited to like make the investment, because it was a little bit of a hard, I think in hindsight, we're gonna be like, oh, duh, it's obvious that we should have put money into the content, but it's not the easiest thing to like decide that. I was like, do we want to like lose money to make good videos?
Right.
And ultimately I decided like, yeah, let's do it.
See what happens.
Like most decisions I've made in life, it's like, I don't want to have to wonder what if we had done it. So let's do it. And so yeah, we'll see.
So Timon, how did you film it? Like, what was your, were you in the middle? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
What the best? I feel like pickleball is a really hard thing to film.
It's very hard to film.
Unless you have like professional like angles and cameras and stuff.
It's true. I think I made the mistake of not bringing a tripod to like also have Jake's camera set up. That would have been nice for like the gameplay part of it. But like I just basically just like I'm just tracking everything as quickly as I can.
Yeah. Fun.
And we didn't play any like doubles pickleball. That's where it's really hard to keep everything in frame. We only did skinny singles, so you can kind of keep it easier. But I think next time we film, we're gonna have one of Scott's other like professional pickleball friends come and do a bunch of like doubles type stuff, like 4.0 versus 5.0. But I want to try one version where they have a bigger kitchen.
Okay.
And see how that affects it. I think that'd be interesting. And then let's do another version where Isaac and I have less of a kitchen, and then we could be closer to that.
Okay.
See how that affects it.
Yeah.
And then want to do another one where like we spin the wheel and the wheel decides your play style. So you spin it, it lands on lobs only.
Okay.
So it's like, all right, the 5.0s, they only get to lob us. Can they beat us lobs only? All right, the next point, they spin it, and it says like, I don't know, you're offhand or something. Like they have to use their left hand.
That's fun. I saw some video of pickleball the other day that was like 5-0 versus a pro, but one of the pros wasn't good at volleying. What does volleying mean versus like, I don't know. What does that mean to you?
Volleying is hitting the ball out of the air. Like it goes from paddle to paddle. So the kitchen is actually called the non-volley zone because you can't volley it in there.
So just like literally like
let the ball bounce.
Yeah. Okay. Because I was like, I don't understand. This guy seems really good still. Like, but yeah, he must have just always been hitting it off the bounce. But I don't think it was like he's not allowed to volley. I think it was like he's not good at it, and so he's like at a disadvantage.
Wait, the pro was not good at volleying it?
It was weird. Yeah, that's what it said.
I'm sure it was probably just like a rule, like to make it fair. Like the pro can't volley it; he has to let it bounce.
Maybe I don't think it was though. I think it was like I thought maybe the words were he wasn't good at volleying or he can't. Maybe it was he can't volley. So maybe it was. I don't know. But yeah, I was like, I don't understand why this guy's doing this thing. But
yeah, it's probably just to make it fair. Yeah, I'm guessing if he's a pro pickleball player, he can hit his ball.
Pretty good at volleying. Yeah.
But yeah, so excited about that. Excited. I mean, there's not a lot of people watching pickleball content on YouTube. So I think if this goes bonkers, it gets 50,000 views. Yeah. You know, that might be the ceiling, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's about depth.
It's about depth. That's fun. You're doing more with them
next
soon?
Wednesday. We're shooting more. Yeah, chicken pickle is great. They're awesome. That's
good, dude. Great. Let's see. What do I want to talk about, Jacob? I don't know. Bo's been on his antics lately. He's he's been a good kid for the most part, but he's got a flaw, and it's called sneaking Tootsie Rolls.
Oh, really?
All over just woke up, and he's already been up. He does this thing. I mean, he has a tell. He turns on every single light in the house when he wakes up. He will go around, turn on every single light, so he's awake. And then we see the pantry is open. And so he's eaten a few like candy bars in the pantry. And then the other day I'm walking around looking for Bo, and I'm like, Bo. And he comes out like from behind like a curtain that we have by our window. And he just like looks at me, and I just look at him. I didn't say anything. He just goes, I wasn't doing anything bad. I'm like, okay, yes, you were. What? Yeah. Like, and then you could tell he has like chocolate on his face.
That's so good.
I had 2 Tootsie Rolls. I'm like, come on, man. You can't do that. You got to ask.
I got home last night and told Rachel, Bo is getting to be a real fun age, I think.
Oh, yeah.
The way he told me that he kept his undies dry.
Yes, dude. That's the big win of the week, dude, is he slept in underwear for the first time ever on Monday. And it was kind of a big deal because Catherine was gone. She was with Hattie for her cheer practice. And so I put him to bed, and I made the decision. I'm like, hey, you've been sleeping in this pull-up, not peeing in it for a while. Let's just do underwear.
Yeah.
And I was like, Bo, if you keep this dry, I'll give you something really special tomorrow. And I was like planning on going and get him like a donut or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, 3 chocolate chips. And I was like, sure. Yeah,
even
that's
better.
what I was thinking too.
4.
3 chocolate chips. And so he wakes up. He's like, Dad, can I have my 3 chocolate chips and a marshmallow? He's like, and a marshmallow? I was like, sure, buddy. You did it.
He knew when it was time to neguestiate.
But it did feel good because Catherine came home, and I was like, big news of the night. Bo sleeping in underwear. She's like, oh, that stresses me out. What if he, I guess he needs to have clean sheets anyway, so I can just change him if he pees. I'm like, he's not going to. Come on, believe in it.
Chocolate chips.
So, I think like just in general as a dad, I push my kids probably. Sometimes it's like, I shouldn't have done that. Like for his Mother's Day out, when I drop him off, he always brings with him like a huge, like, can you imagine like one of those bags you get from IKEA? Like a big old bag, not like a little.
Oh, yeah.
Like almost like reusable or something. He has one of those that has like his pillow and a stuffed animal and stuff for nap time. And I'm always like, Bo, you got to carry that yourself. And he's like, he's like, it's like the same body weight as him. Like he's like dragging it. But it felt good to like push my kid and be like, no, you're going in underwear tonight.
You have dry undies today.
And for him to rise to the occasion. So,
Good for Bo.
He is a fun age. He's starting to like really get mannerisms down and like do more stuff and just be funny. So anyway, but sneaking some Tootsie Rolls. That's his vice right now. So we got to work on that. But we'll get there.
Fun.
Yeah.
Good for Bo. I think the first thing that's like on my mind, it's not necessarily a funny story or anything, but Rachel and I just the past 2 nights have started watching Love on the Spectrum.
Okay.
You heard of this? Seen it? I've heard of it too. Never watched it. For some reason, we just turned it on. It's the best show on TV.
I feel like people are always like, I cried at that show.
It's so good. Yeah, Rachel had tears in her eyes last night.
Yeah.
She's like, why do I have tears right now?
Really?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
We've just like, I've watched 2 episodes and I've already bought merch from, we're like, we have to look up Tanner on Instagram. Like, I love this kid. And looked him up and he's got really cool merch. And so I bought it last night, like midnight in my bed. Just like some quotes he said on the show.
Okay.
Like, they asked him if he's ever been in a relationship. And he said like, what's a relationship? I forgot. And so they made like a shirt that says like, what's a relationship? I forgot.
Nice.
And his first date that he ever was on, it's usually, I feel like I'm learning a lot about people like that are on the autism spectrum. You learn a lot watching the show. Almost universally, they all love animals.
Okay.
Which is interesting. Which they do have a lot of like childlike tendencies, and I think children like animals, so maybe it makes sense. But
Can I back up? Yeah. How does the show work? Exactly.
It's just they kind of profile. There's like maybe 6 to 8 different young adults living with autism, and they're all almost all of them have like never really been on dates, are wanting to try and date, and so. And they each have like different quirks. There's men, there's women, there's a guy who's like 35, there's a guy who's 23. Okay. And then there is one couple. They've already been dating. And so you just kind of get to see into each of their lives and what they're doing. And
so it's not like a game show like Love is Blind or something.
No, it's like reality.
It's like a documentary
TV, I guess,
almost.
in a way.
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
Yeah, I guess that would be the...
It's not like they're dating this one people and, that's not a good fit, so then... they go and date this other person on the show or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, it's like they're all in their own, like one's in Atlanta, one's in LA, like just doing their thing.
Okay.
On their own.
Okay. Sorry for interrupting. Go ahead.
No, it's
Loves
fine.
animals.
Yeah, and so on his first date, he is just going berserk. Just like, it's amazing how quickly he can rattle off. Like, he learns that the woman he's on a date with also likes animals.
Okay.
And so he just goes to town. He's like, do you like crabs? Yes. Do you like tortoises? Yes. Do you like dolphins? Yes. Do you like baboons? Yes. Do you like gorillas?
And it just rattles off
like 25 animals. And it's just amazing. And so that was one of the shirts too. It's just like all of the questions he asked her, or like all the different animals are on a shirt. So yeah, we just like, they're all awesome. But yeah, we definitely gravitate towards a couple of the guys on the show that we love. And I just can't wait to watch more of it. It's amazing.
So is it... I genuinely, I've heard of this, but I don't know anything about it. Do they date other autistic people, or is it sometimes that, or is it whatever?
That's kind of a fun game to play on the show. Is like, one of the guy, like it seems like, so we started on season 2 because it just came out. Like, I don't know, let's just watch season 2. One of the guys on there, apparently he was on season 1.
Okay.
So he's got a little bit of a following.
Yeah.
And so they show him going on a date with a woman who hit him up on Instagram. And so we're like, oh, okay. And then pretty early on in this date, we're like, I don't think she has autism or anything. That's interesting. And then you start to almost be like, is that okay? Like, she saw him on a show and then hit him up, but she doesn't have it. I don't know. Because almost everyone else is dating like other autistic people, or maybe on a date with someone with Down syndrome or something. And anyway, so yeah, we didn't love her. We're like, hey, I don't know what's going on here. She like held his hand almost right away.
Interesting.
But they didn't work out, so we were happy. So,
do some of them have Down syndrome too? Is that like?
No, this show is all about autism spectrum.
I was like, I didn't think Down syndrome and autism were in the same. Okay.
Tanner's got some Down syndrome roommates. Went on a date with a girl with Down syndrome. So anyway, it's like educational, and also, I'm sure if you had autism, you would really love the show too. You're probably learning from it. Like, they bring in like a dating coach to help this one guy, like. He was like, we're going to go to the zoo for our date. She's like, okay, if you were going to walk and talk, where would you stand? And he's like, well, as a guy, I am the leader, so I would walk in front of her. And she has to explain, like, we can't talk as well this way. And so I was like, yeah, if you are also in the spectrum, you're probably learning along with the show. It's awesome.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's awesome. Just the whole thing's wholesome and entertaining and fun.
Yeah.
They do a good job.
Cool. Is it true? It's on Netflix?
Yeah.
I thought I read somewhere that Netflix has ads now. Is that true?
I haven't seen them.
You haven't seen them? Timon, you a Netflix guy?
Nope.
Okay.
Maybe
it's coming or something. I don't know. I don't get on Netflix very often anymore. I'm more of a Peacock guy, and I just watch the shows that I've always watched. Like it's not like I'm seeking out new stuff, but I just read a headline that was like Netflix is getting ads, but maybe it's a, this guy can't volley kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe maybe they'll do a new tier.
Yeah.
The lowest tier, it comes with ads or something. It's amazing that they've stayed afloat as long as they have without any monetization strategy. I mean, they lose money every year. All they do is just spend money on like production, and they get a little money from with the subscription, but they lose money.
What's the strategy of that?
I think just be dominant, figure out, gather users and figure out monetization later. It's like what a lot of tech startups do. It's like Facebook, was spending all this money at the beginning. They had 500 million users, and then they're like, all right, we should monetize this now or whatever.
It's time. Huh. Let's talk about the movie theories. We talked about why the movies were better back in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, because we posted that Ted Lasso clip, and there were some people telling me they're like, they disagree with the Ted Lasso part. They disagree with me saying that we live in the golden age of television right now. And so I was asking Rachel, I was like, what do you think? Like, when do you think the golden age of television was? And we're talking about it, and she was like, I think the golden age of comedy was a little bit ago. And I was like, actually, I would agree, because we are not in the golden age of comedy right now.
Yeah.
And so we were talking about that, like, there's really not any good comedy, like shows or movies being made these days.
Yeah.
And my theory is that TikTok has replaced like the modern comedy.
Okay. Tell me more.
Maybe the writer's strike has something to do with that, with like in very recent times, but I don't know. TikTok, Instagram Reels, whatever short form platform you prefer, that is replacing the movie. It's so easy to get a laugh instantly. Yeah. And in 30 seconds, you're laughing at something.
Yeah.
And it's curated for you. And if you like to laugh, you could find it on the internet. And it's so much easier.
Yeah. I have that same feeling towards, not the exact same way, but like the slam dunk contest is not nearly as special.
We can see dunks.
I watch a high schooler do between the legs 360s in games now on my phone.
Zion Williamson ruined the dunk contest.
Kind of. Yeah. I mean, just YouTube, like that. The dunk contest was the one time a year we were seeing crazy dunks.
Yeah.
And now it's like I can see a very average person doing this at Lifetime Fitness every single day. You know what I mean? Like, and so then all of a sudden it's like, how do you become original with this? Or how do you, maybe it's the same way where it's like, hey, there's so many funny things out there. And then you do SNL and it's like, SNL is not very funny compared to these things that I think are hilarious and just perfectly algorithmically curated to me. So therefore, that's not the theory I've heard, but I like that theory towards TikTok.
I just made it up. So that's probably why you haven't heard it.
TJ told me his theory for it is, and maybe it's not his theory, but essentially what happened was back in the day, you could make a low budget comedy, let's say, or even like, and know
like
that
super bad or something like that.
Yeah, maybe not that, but maybe, I don't know, maybe that's low budget, but I'm thinking like way back, like
Napoleon
Tommy
Dynamite.
Boy or something like that.
Okay.
Or Napoleon Dynamite, sure. Where like the actual movie sales in the box office weren't great, but they would make that money up in DVD, VHS, like sales, like physical copy sales.
Oh, I see.
Does that make sense? Like it would get kind of popular in the theaters and then it would come out on VHS and people would be like, you got to watch this. You got to buy
And that's
this.
where you make just as much money.
And that's where you make it. Whereas now no one's buying movies anymore.
Yeah, your second iteration of earning money would be like when you sell it to a streamer.
Which is not nearly as lucrative.
It's not?
I don't think so. So
yeah, it'd be interesting to see the data on that. Like how much do DVD sales compare to like when Netflix buys your movie, depending on how valuable it is.
I think so for like the big budget movies, they're still making the superhero movies out there or whatever. Like it's like, oh yeah, we'll make the ones that go crazy in the box office, but these little like less margin movies, like whatever, super bad.
Yeah.
Napoleon Dynamite, whatever. It's like there's not much upside to these going crazy. Because I think if they go to Netflix, I don't know, you can look it up or whatever, but I don't know how much royalties they're getting versus like how much they're just selling straight up the movies for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't really know how that works either.
It seems like I've heard anecdotally from people that were on The Office, like The Office obviously went crazy on Netflix and it's like the most streamed show. And they're like, yeah, we don't see a ton of money from that.
Really?
Like, have you seen that?
I think that this is what the writer's strike was about. Yeah, this is what it's about.
So I don't know that much about it, but that's the theory that TJ told me.
Gotcha. What do you think?
I mean, that makes sense. It's a bummer. I think because I love all those kind of comedies. And like just like the early 90s, we were looking up these quotes and we're like, man, like early 90s was Sandlot, Home Alone, Christmas Vacation, all these different movies that are like, man, I don't know if they would have even tried to make those back then.
Yeah, like if you're a high schooler right now, which do you guys know any high schoolers right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have some friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tommy's got some friends who are high schoolers. We had so many like comedic icons to look up to. Like there was like, oh yeah, Adam Sandler, Jim Carrey, Chris Farley, Will Ferrell. Like there were so many that we loved and looked at and watched and had access to. And now I don't know who those comedy icons are, whether it's TV, whether it's movies. Like,
yeah, it's social media people.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. And you're not watching them in theaters ever, really.
Comedy has just taken a weird turn.
Yeah.
The last like 10 years.
Bring back comedy.
But as far as like true crime, documentaries, dramas, I still think we're living in a good age. We're very spoiled.
Yeah. Yeah, when you said the golden age, I did think about it because somebody did say like, we're not in the golden age right now. I don't have enough of an opinion to really know. It feels like maybe the golden age, in my opinion, was like 10 years ago or something like that. Because I don't know, like what's going to go down as like the iconic drama right now. Like back 10 years ago.
Like Friends and Seinfeld?
Well,
like
drama.
Stuff like that? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Because I think Lost was iconic. I think Breaking Bad was iconic. I think Walking Dead, it seemed like that was like an iconic
really
thing.
Popular.
And I don't know. I'm sure there's an answer. I just can't think of it right now.
I think Game of Thrones broke a lot of records.
Good point.
Seems like I don't know. I don't watch a lot of stuff, but it just seems like we have so many very good quality options nowadays compared to at any point ever before.
Yeah. Like movie quality TV shows.
Yeah.
Left and right.
Yeah.
What was that? Did you ever watch King of the High Castle?
No.
I watched like 5 episodes of it. You might like it. It's about like if Germany won World War II, basically.
Oh, spooky.
Kind of different.
Spooked.
That's kind of that's the short answer or short summary for it. But it was like a movie. It was like, this is amazing. Like this,
the way you
like
shot
the movie set, like the setting for this is insane. I feel like it was like Amazon Prime's first, like we're giving it a go at a real show.
Yeah. Yeah. It feels like production is just like off the charts, like so good. Like you don't really see these 3-wall sitcoms these days. You see movies as TV shows.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
Like it's just like everything is extremely well done because it's so competitive. When you have good competition, you get good quality and you get good products. And like when Hulu has to fight against Amazon, Disney Plus, HBO, Stars, Netflix, everybody else, like got to make some good stuff. So
that's been TV.
So that's TV. And you can watch TV while you eat good quality American-made meat. You can make those sounds. You can make, here's another set of sounds you can make while you're eating.
Yum, 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 yum.
Or just a classic.
Oh. That's some nice ranchers right there.
GoodRanchers.com is a website that sponsors us. Mm-hmm. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah.
And they only really sell the best, and they only really sell the American best.
Yes.
They come right here from Estados Unidos.
Okay.
And they got steak, they got beef, they got seafood, they got chicken, and there's nothing like it. It is the best meat that money can buy. Get it in bulk, save a little money. Use code GRKC, save a little more money.
More money. M squared.
And just get it delivered right to your door. The packaging is very nice. If you're worried about how meat's getting shipped, they got it down.
Yeah.
I've even seen it shift from when we first started working with them to now. Like I feel like they've really honed in on the way to keep this box really cold. Good dry ice packets in there. Quality.
Very good dry ice. Yeah. If you don't know, the problem with meat these days is that over 85% of the beef sold in the United States is imported from other countries. Just insane. Over 5 billion pounds, that's billion with a B, Timon, of meat was imported just last year. But if if you're buying from good ranchers, you can finally remove the mystery of where your meat's coming from. You can support local ranches. You can get quality you can trust, and you can support local ranchers by shopping with them.
Well, fun.
Yeah. So use GRKC. We're doing free chicken for a year with them. So we're doing poultry of the year, we'll call it.
Poultry of the year?
So get on there, GRKC, free chicken for a year. You're gonna love it. They say you come for the steak, you stay for the chicken, Jake. I agree.
Test it out.
It's so good. And it's just once you go that chicken, you're not going back. You're not going back to the 85% of imported mystery gross
TikTok China meat.
Grocery. Yeah, grocery. So it's American Meat Delivered, goodranchers.com, GRKC.
Boom.
Grocery.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there's that.
Tell me more about what you got on your list, baby.
Okay, sure. So this past week, the last time you heard from us, I wasn't feeling too well and just kind of sick over the weekends. Rachel's out of town. Spent all day Saturday by myself in the house. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Turned my phone on loud.
Okay.
That's kind of how often do you ever have your phone ringer on? But I was like, I'm in a house by myself. I'm going to have my phone ringer on.
Okay.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
That's not what I was going to talk about. That was just what I thought of.
Did you notice or learn that you had like new noises for apps that you didn't know about?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my chest notification was a sound I wasn't expecting.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was now.
Okay.
It's like a chess piece scraping.
It's time to play chess.
Or just talking to Bishop to E4. Like, that's embarrassing. I got to turn that off.
Yeah.
I did play a lot of chess. I'm still very obsessed. Obsessed.
I have my ringer on like a decent amount.
Really?
Like, especially just at home. I'm like, and while I'm driving.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, and as of like the last month or so, I'm like, this is underrated. It's kind of nice. If I'm not looking at my phone, and if I'm not like in a public place, it's like it'd be disturbing anybody.
That's not a bad thought, because then you're not as... Catherine's talked about that, like basically turning her phone into a home phone. And in other words, like having it stationary, and if it makes a noise, she will go to it and attend to it, but not just like, all right, where's my phone? I'll pick it up and just scroll around a little bit aimlessly.
Home phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I wonder if I didn't have a Apple Watch on, if I would do that as well. Because with the watch, you never really miss anything.
Yeah.
Actually, at the same time, I would argue sometimes you miss more stuff. Because sometimes you look at something on your watch, and every now and then it'll you get back to your phone and it says that you read a text that you're like, hey, I know I didn't.
Yeah.
You thought I did, but I didn't.
Yeah.
My watch read that.
There's been a few times where my phone will just like vibrate, but there's no notification when I open it up.
Yes. For some reason, Reddit notifications on my phone don't go to my home screen. They go to my notification screen. So it always buzz. I know it buzzed. It sounds like a phantom vibrate in my pocket. Like it was in my hand and it buzzed.
I've had it in my hand. It's like, and a quick buzz too. So it's almost like, nah, never mind. No.
You should look, and next time that happens, scroll like from down to up and check your notifications and see if you have an app that's giving you notification screen.
Okay.
Or what would it be?
Like notification center? I don't know.
Yeah, like it's sending you notifications, but not home screen.
You have to like
banners
find it.
or whatever. I don't know how to. What the right words to use are.
I don't like the banners. I take off the banners.
No bans?
No, because it distracts me.
Oh,
I only have a few that are bannered.
I say I want to watch.
Let them have on my watch.
Let me see it on my watch.
All right. So
anyway, Saturday. What was I going to talk about? Oh, for one, you texted me. You were worried that maybe I was in a drunken stupor the night before.
Yeah, your car just wasn't there. So is something wrong? Did it not get charged enough or whatever? I was like, Jake's car's missing.
Yeah, you texted me and said, hey, was up early this morning, noticed your car wasn't in the driveway. Did you have too much to drink last night? I was like, no.
It was obviously a joke. I've never seen you drink an ounce of alcohol.
Yeah, didn't do that. But Rachel and I switched cars, which switching cars is going to lead us to a fun little game about Olivia Rodrigo on the Wednesday episode.
Okay.
So sneak peek. I'm sure you can connect the dots.
Driver's license.
Nice. Very good dot connecting.
That's the one thing I know about her is she has a song called Driver's License.
I woke up Saturday. A lot of nasal congestion. Cold is definitely like at the peak of it. This never happened before. I woke up and my right ear was clogged or like popped, like when you go underwater and in an airplane, but it was like unpoppable. You ever had this happen?
Oh, every time.
Every cold?
Maybe not every cold, but often.
Okay.
Like kind of right now, I'm like 60% in my left ear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That never happened to me before. Like, didn't freak me out too much because then I Googled it and it's like, yeah, this could happen from nasal congestion. I was like, okay, it'll go away. But then woke up Sunday, still there. Woke up Monday, still there.
You sleeping on your left side?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
All over the place.
Yeah.
Rachel and I have slept 4 different ways, 4 nights in a row now. So who was it in the Facebook group that was getting patience?
Yeah.
I'm sorry you got crucified in the comments. Rachel's all about it. So we went regular bed, air mattress, guest bed. Last night, I'm like about to sleep. She's like, we should switch sides tonight. And I was like, right now? She's like, well, you're getting up earlier than me, so you should have this side. And plus that side's just cozier. I was like, all right, great. So we switched sides. So
I'm going to come in here next week and there's a podcast, or there's a pillow in the podcast studio. I'm like, really?
So yeah, I don't know how I've been sleeping all different recently, but just had a clogged ear for like 4.5 days.
Dude, that's a long time.
Yeah. But I think like last night this morning, it's starting to feel like, I think we're back.
Were you doing anything to try to get it unclogged?
Dude, I was doing
Yeah.
like crazy. And there's a couple times where I was doing it while I was driving and I was like, this might be dangerous. Maybe I could pass out from this. Maybe I shouldn't do it while I drive.
That's fair.
Because I'm really blowing.
Yeah. There's been times where like I'll blow my nose and like it'll just like mess with my inner ear stuff. And all of a sudden, I think I've talked about that maybe like where I'm just like, holy cow, like the room is spinning all of a sudden or something.
That's scary.
Yeah. It's like vertigo kind of stuff or whatever. I don't know. Did you ever get any did you ever blow your nose and it kind of like squeaked in your ears? Yeah.
And I wondered, I'm
That's
here by
you're close. You're getting there.
Dude, my nose and ear were making crazy noises squeaking, but I couldn't tell. I was like, hey, can I only hear this because it's inside of me?
Yeah.
But then we still had these side effects when Rachel gets back Monday night. And so I'm doing it for her and she's like, whoa, that's loud. And I was like, I thought so.
Okay.
So other people can hear this.
Really?
Yeah, I was squeaking up a storm all weekend.
Yeah. I mean, my biggest answer for you is hostage tape. Oh, that kind of thing.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Tried to force it. I've screwed myself. I think it's back. What'd you do with hostage tape?
You just use it. I think
Really?
it'll help
It
your
helps?
congestion a lot. Yeah. Just a big fan.
Anyway, pretty much fine now. Also, while I was just like had the house to myself, just walking around, watching Suits, playing a lot of chess, whatever, I'm looking around our bathroom and I see a letter or an envelope addressed to Rachel Coop. And Rachel is spelled wrong, but it looks very official. So I open this up and I'm like, what is this? And it's like it says like U.S. Treasury note. It's got George Washington on the front of it, but in the top left it says 50. It was like a $50 bill with Rachel's name spelled wrong. It looks so official. I should just go get it.
Okay.
This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
So you just got this in the mail.
I don't know when she got it. I don't know what it is. Let's inspect it.
Okay.
I'll be right back. You guys talk.
How do you misspell Rachel?
No, you can put an E in there. Sometimes, well, 2 E's. Like it's like R-A. No, another A. R-A-C-H-A-E-L, I think sometimes it says.
Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel. Rachel.
Rachel.
Hey, Rachel. I don't know. Let's see this thing.
I hustled.
Oh, yeah.
I ran.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, R-A-C-H-A-E-L.
Okay.
Yeah, this seems legit.
It does seem legit, but they spelled her name wrong, and they put the denomination in the top left. So if this would have been an odd number, would they have had to put decimals in the top left?
If this were to have to be an odd
Like
number.
it happened to be worth $50, so they put a 50 in the top left. Like would they have reprinted this to say 37.48?
No. I think this is like a specific thing for $50. Like that's maybe what they come in or something. I don't know. Surely not. Yeah,
It's got George Washington. He's not on a $50 bill.
This isn't a $50 bill though. It's
Yeah,
a savings bond.
Oh, is that what it says?
United States savings bond. I don't know much about them to know like what they are, but like it's obviously not currency. Like you can't just give this to a gas station attendant. I don't know. I have a lot of these from like when I was little. Like my Aunt Cindy got me some savings bonds back in the day.
Hey, look up what a savings bond is.
Maybe Rachel's been lying to you, and this is how she spelled it the whole time. Issued date, issued of February of 1997. So when was she born? Was she born in 97?
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe it just felt like a thing that people did back in the day was like, I'm going to invest in you by giving you these savings bonds. And they're going to come to, fruition when you're X amount years old.
I just looked it up. This says, so if you would have bought a 30-year savings bond in 1990, a $50 bond, it would have cost you $100 to buy it. You get a $50 bond, but after 30 years, it would be worth $207.
Okay.
This says. So if you would have cashed it in 2020. So
you think this is like a dividend of the thing we bought a long time ago?
In 2027, we can cash that in?
That's crazy growth for 30 years. That's wild. That's awesome.
How does that work? Why is that a thing?
It says on the top, interest ceases 30 years from the issue date.
All right.
So what's 30 years from 97?
2027.
2027. You're getting close, man.
You might make $107.
That's
You're
crazy.
Rich.
Wow.
Hey, but this is money. Like don't be throwing this around bathrooms.
I didn't know about it. I don't know when Rachel got it or why her name is spelled wrong. Haven't talked to her about it at all, really. Just found it Saturday and was confused because it said 50 and I saw Washington.
I wonder how important it is that her name is spelled wrong. Like I bet that's still cashed.
I'm always surprised, let me just go ahead and say this. This is going to sound like a blanket statement, but most things in life don't matter. For instance, your signature when you sign for a credit card, what's that for?
Oh, I never, do you use your signature?
I used to, and now, I'll play a game of tic-tac-toe on there.
Yeah, I'm line accept every time.
So what's that for?
I don't know.
Another thing, it seems like if I make a credit card purchase online, I could say just about anything is the billing address, and it doesn't seem to mind.
As long as the credit card's okay.
Yeah, the numbers are the same. But
I've also heard that you can get your zip code wrong on a credit card. If you're getting gas or something, it's asks what's your zip code.
Oh yeah.
I've heard. I haven't tested out. I'm not a bad boy.
No, this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Most things don't matter.
It doesn't matter if you put 66216 or not.
It doesn't matter. What are other examples of this? Oh, even a lot of it was money, I guess. Signing the back of a check. How do they know that's my signature? How is this being verified?
Yeah, it just needs to have something. And then if there's something fishy later, they'll look at it.
Yeah, because you know what they're going off of? They're going off of my grandma's cursive. They're just having to read that and okay, that looks like $50 for birthday. Yeah.
Well, but then they got the thing underneath it, right? It's a double.
Well, still my grandma's handwriting to write the 50.00. What if I wrote it was worth $5,000? Could that check that if she didn't make the decimal?
But then you write down 5,000 and no 100s.
But still in grandma cursive though. Maybe
it
just seems like there's a little bit of a gray area. You'd think there would be a absolute zero gray area in that. What else does it feel like doesn't matter? Oh, I'm going to think of it. Something else with money or zip codes or something. I don't know. Savings bond though.
There you go, man. You're rich.
Pretty neat. So this is worth $150 actually. Maybe $200. Series EE.
Oh,
cool.
That's a good series.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Double E? You don't usually get doubles.
It's new Apple Watch
Eyes.
Series EE.
Yeah. That's huge, dude.
Yeah, pretty neat.
We're not doing blanks of the week this week, but I have a little biff of the week that I want to talk about.
Okay.
It's a small one, but it was pretty awkward in the moment. Was going to Aldi the other day to pick up a few things for Catherine. I get out of my truck and I just look in my reflection in the person's car next to me to see what my hair looked like, make sure I looked all right. And I look and I'm staring at myself decently well for let's call it 2.5, 3 seconds before I realize there's somebody right there in the car in the driver's window that I'm staring at.
Oh, that would freak someone out.
100%.
You're staring at them like that.
Yeah, and I'm not an intimidating guy, but I'm a bigger guy. And I get out of my truck and I just stare. I'm just all right. Yeah, just a weird. And then I fled that scene as quick as I could, and just hoped that they were getting in their car to leave, rather than about to get out and see me at Aldi.
Yeah, that's too bad. I do not like that. Did you get a look at what kind of person it was?
Yeah, it was like a 55-year-old woman, just somebody that would be intimidated by me staring at them in their little car as I get out of my big old truck. Just, all right. Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry. Oh, let me get my reusable bags and get out of here. Sorry about that.
Got to get the hair right for Aldi.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's just like, okay, maybe I don't need to look at myself so often, or maybe I'll use one of the mirrors in my own car.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. I'm not that into my looks to where whatever. Doesn't matter. Just a little biff.
That is a funny little biff. Yeah. I can't think of my other thing that doesn't matter. I'll think of it later. But
I hate that feeling though.
It's like man, I thought I had a good example in my head ready to go. Let's do sorry, I'm pulling up your little thing. Here you go. Here. Let's do the voice memos later and do the craziest thing I saw this week now, since it's ready to go.
Let's say crazy. Wait, new segment.
Hey,
alert. Pam, 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 pam. New segment alert brought to you by our friends at Good Rancher. Nope. Good Ranchers is great. Brought to you by our friends at Main Street Roasters. I just made a new batch of cold brew. I don't know if you've seen it because I haven't been live streaming it for 2 hours every day. But Main Street Roasters is the best. They make the best cold brew. They make the best hot brew. They make the best lukewarm brew.
Medium brew.
If you are a lukewarm coffee drinker, Main Street Roasters is the best kind of coffee you could have. Go check them out. They're on mainstreetroasters.com. I don't know how much more I can say besides just it's great coffee at a great price. What else do you want? What else do you want us to say? You have to try it out for yourself and just know it's amazing.
I know a lot of you guys drink coffee. I know a lot of you could be supporting Main Street Roasters.
Yes.
Consider it this week.
Consider it.
I know a lot of you don't drink coffee, but I know a lot of you know someone who does.
Yeah.
Consider supporting Main Street Roasters this week.
People were watching the live stream and they were just like, oh, I bet that smells so good. And I'm like, it does. I think smelling coffee is just a habit that you should have in your day. Every single day, smell some beans from coffee and it will make you feel better to start your day.
Do they make coffee candles?
MainStreetRoaster.com, let's check it out. I mean, you guys go to their website and see for yourself.
Somebody should.
Yeah, it just smells so good. So, tastes so good. MainStreetRoaster.com, GRKC for 10% off. Please support them as they support us. They're so consistent. We love them.
Love them. All right. So, yeah, this segment is called Craziest Thing I Saw This Week. Just things you saw online at some point, whether on purpose or not.
Yeah.
I think my first one is going to be a video that actually got texted to me from our good friend Celia from last year's Ghostrunners getaway.
Okay.
She texted me and Rachel something in a little group text. Time when I believe it's the first text I sent you.
Sounds good.
Yeah, if you want to play that one.
Yeah, already.
People believe this man is actually Elvis Presley. Many people believe Elvis Presley faked his own death for protection against the mafia, and there was no evidence until the rumors came about. A man named Bob Joyce, who's a pastor living in a small town in Arkansas.
Oh, wow.
Many people believe this is Elvis Presley. There have supposedly been sights of Bob Joyce at Elvis's house Graceland on Christmas, and this isn't even the scariest part.
Okay.
Bob Joyce was said to have attended Elvis Presley's daughter's funeral. There's many of other signs that Bob Joyce could be Elvis Presley living out his older days without the fame, including the fact that no man has ever come close to singing like Elvis Presley except Bob Joyce. Bob Joyce is a very religious man who owns a church. It was told Elvis Presley had gotten very religious towards the end of his life and wanted to find himself. Many believe we will see Bob Presley reveal the truth very soon and open up about things. Is there even a chance it's him?
Kind of a funny made video.
Bob Joyce.
Creepy music. So yeah, thoughts before I share mine?
Well, first of all, love the idea of anybody being alive that's dead. I just love that idea. I love the idea. Well, that was going to be weird. I'm going to start with somebody else besides it. I love the idea of Tupac being alive. I love the idea of Elvis being alive. I don't love the idea of,
Jesus.
I'm not a fan of Hitler, but I think it'd be crazy if Hitler is alive right now. We had no idea.
That's pretty, it would be fun.
Like, have you heard about
I just wish he was alive.
No, yeah, of course,
yeah.
whatever. But like, where is it? Brazil or whatever? That like, there's this huge German colony. You heard about that?
I know Germany has a ton.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's somewhere in South America where there's a huge German population that just happened like right in the 1940s when Germany was losing the war. Anyway, we've talked about Elvis's cameo in Home Alone back in the day. So I think It'd be crazy though for him to be so in the open, and for people not to be like, "Hey, Bob, you're Elvis, right?"
You sang an Elvis song at church.
Yeah, exactly. Like
you're kind of blowing your cover.
Yeah, he's kind of like making it too easy.
I will say that did move the needle a little bit for me once I heard him sing.
Really?
Oh, Bob could sing a little bit. Mr. Joyce.
Mr. Joyce.
But pretty much every comment on this video is just like, yeah, the math doesn't add up.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was imagining Elvis would be way older right now.
Yeah, and he would. He would be like 20 years older than Bob Joyce is.
Okay.
So probably not him, but...
Probably.
Oh, yeah, here it is. Elvis was born in 1935. Bob Joyce was born in 1952. Elvis would be almost 90 now. Bob's looking all right.
Bob would be a nice looking 90-year-old.
Classic
Someone
TikTok.
just said, not to mention he looks nothing like Elvis.
Like, this guy's hair is white. Elvis's was black. That doesn't make any sense. I love this classic TikTok. Just a comment. If it is Elvis, could we just leave him alone and let him live his life in peace?
Gosh.
I'm willing to give you it's Elvis, but just be cool about it.
Or the comment that just says, "No way, DNA him." Thank you for that comment. I'm going to now take a DNA test of Bob Joyce.
I make TikToks online. I will snag a little bit of Bob's hair. I will go get Elvis's DNA, and I will compare them in a machine I have.
All right, millennial question about TikToks like this. Is that an automated voice that you can just do for anybody?
Yes.
Okay.
I think
I've
so.
seen ones that with that Travis Kelce now has a house in this beautiful
Linwood.
suburb of Kansas City.
Could it be possible that the paparazzi is finding him here too?
And by the way, Bob Joyce also lives in his pool house. That's fun, Timon. All right, well,
That's my first one.
craziest thing I've seen this week. Let's see what I got, Timon. You seen this yet?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
My husband and I have removed the bottoms of all of our shoes. We decided to start walking barefoot, and one of our followers had a great idea. Since some businesses don't want us being completely barefoot, if we cut off the bottom of our shoes, it'll allow us to be barefoot but blend in with everyone else. This is a huge commitment, but we were willing to make it. These are our favorite shoes. Our shoe collection is worth more than $20,000. But this is a sacrifice we're willing to take because walking barefoot means the world to us. The benefits of walking barefoot are priceless, so now our shoes are worth more than money could ever be. So today we got to work and started removing the bottoms. We weren't sure if this was going to be easy or hard, and it ended up being pretty easy. We made little shelves where our toes are and our heels are. We made a little lip on the bottom of the shoe where our toenails will go so they can latch on, so we'll actually be able to hold on to the shoe while trying to walk without the bottom. And we did the same thing for our heels. The experience of cutting off the bottoms of our shoes was very freeing and detoxifying, just like walking barefoot is. So after we cut the bottoms off, we decided to try it out. So we went to our favorite store, Sephora, and as you know, they don't really like us in here without shoes. I needed to grab a few things for a trip we're going on. The experience was absolutely perfect. The workers came up to us, they talked to us, they even complimented our shoes. I definitely recommend this if you're trying to go incognito barefoot. It's the perfect way to get all the benefits of going barefoot, but also have no one know.
So, yeah, we looked at this on Correct Opinions, and
did you really?
I don't remember if we found out this is real or satire or not, but it does seem like, at first I wanted to question, like, you have a shoe collection worth 20 grand and this is how you live your life. But at the same time, it's definitely a rich person thing to do. Like, hey, we're so wealthy, let's live like poor people. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Let's live like we don't have fully formed shoes and use our overgrown, gross toenails to hang on.
I would just think, what if we decide we don't actually want to do this? Like, let's just get some new shoes from Target.
Can't really
cut
go back.
cut the soles out of those things. You know, like $20 pay less. Get some Shacks going. You know, some Starburys. I don't know. I saw this and I was like, that. I don't think it is satire, but I don't
think it is either. Looking at the
so.
comments, it looks more legit, which is wild because it seems like she was even saying things that would like provoke. I don't know. It seemed like she was trying to make it satire. I mean, like, our shoe collection's worth 20 grand, but now that we've cut the bottoms off, they're worth more than ever.
They're priceless.
That's a dumb thing to say. You like want people to roast you for that.
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it more, just sell your shoes then, and get like one or two nice pairs that you cut off the holes from or whatever. I don't know.
My question is the benefits of being barefoot. I think there are benefits of being barefoot, but like, are they beneficial in like gross public floors?
Sephora, yes. It's very beneficial.
Yeah, we all know they don't like you to go barefooted. So.
They were like, it's detoxifying, and they're like walking on a sidewalk. Like, I don't think grounding is all about like being on, concrete.
Sephora.
I think it's so much more normal to be barefoot in the grass, which is where you don't have to hide it anyway.
Yeah. You don't just like, and so then we went to Central Park where, as you know, they hate it when we're barefoot. It's like, no, they're totally okay with that.
I love this comment. Sending thoughts in Lego pieces. Pray your hands emoji.
Yeah, I didn't notice the first time I watched it, but did you see like you could at one shot of them in Sephora, you could totally see their foot just like jutting out of the shoe.
Yeah, toenails let go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the toenails were not clawed in there enough.
And I noticed too, it sounded like he said like, so what we do is we let our toenails kind of overhang to help grip, and then we do the same thing with our heels as well. They keep a few toenails in their heels, or they just like their heels aren't totally touching the ground. It just seems like just so much work.
Just silly. We're trying too hard at this point. We're trying too hard.
Yeah, it's a microcosm of something. I'm not sure what exactly. I think it's a microcosm of Los Angeles, but
they make shoes called Zero shoes that are like supposed to be like walking barefoot. You could just buy those shoes because if you're not in the grass, it's not like you're grounding in Sephora's, linoleum tile floors.
I'm curious. Yeah, it's so funny. As you know from our last video, Sephora does not like us barefoot in here. Yeah, I agree. Don't be barefoot in Sephora, you animal.
Also, isn't Sephora like makeup and like stuff like that? I don't know. They're trying to be all natural, but they're also like, let's go to Sephora and spend $500 on stuff that's not as natural.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Strange folks.
So, craziest thing.
That's a good one. This next one from me, Timon, we don't have to watch the whole thing, but have you seen this, Brad?
No. Yes and no. I've seen it and I didn't watch it. If that makes sense.
Chose not to watch it, actually. I'm going to force you to watch it. You could play it, Timon, if you want.
Go.
This is just a elementary school. Got a bunch of cereal boxes lined up.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Smack that thing.
Yeah, she did.
Just the kids' laughter and joy is amazing. Every time they see cereal getting knocked over, they're so happy.
Dude, does it go on for 3 minutes?
So yeah, now you can start skipping ahead. I didn't know you would know it would last 3 minutes because that was the thing for me. It's like I just kept watching and watching, and it just keeps going.
Oh my goodness.
And then it gets to the auditorium,
Yeah.
or to the multi-purpose room. Camera guy didn't do a great of a job here, but
Just choose one, buddy. Choose one to focus on.
just get to the
Holy
corner of the
cow.
room.
Can you imagine? Oh, that is electric. Oh, they got the mascot.
I had never seen this before, but
Is it a thing?
when I went to Google to find this video, I think it's, oh wow, it is still going. I think it's supposed to be a pretty common thing in elementary schools to do like cereal box drives and try to like beat the world record. But yeah, I'd never seen it. I thought it was awesome. I told Rachel, I was like, if you get hired at elementary school, you got to do this first day. You got to.
I can't
Make an
imagine
impression.
the tension in an elementary school of trying to set up, let's call it 1,000 boxes of cereal,
Yeah,
and
who
not
knows how
have
much.
any little kid accidentally knock one over.
Because they're right next to it, all down the halls. Kids are
Yes.
right next to it.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm almost like, I bet those teachers were so relieved when that was over.
We've been the most stressful week of our lives.
Dude, look at so many boxes. That was so cool. Also, is there anything better in this world than cereal?
It looks good. It tastes better.
Unbelievable.
It's so good.
It's so bad for you, but my goodness, is it just
Sugar.
I'm so glad that I grew up in the age of cereal. I don't know if people are eating cereal like they used to.
You're right.
But let me tell you, I consumed my fair share.
Let's all eat some cereal after this.
That sounds great, Timon.
Oh, it does sound great. Ghostrunners Getaway. We got to find our new Kaylee Thompson, someone else
Yeah.
who's never had cereal
Rendall?
before.
Rendall Weaver?
Rando.
Just lie to us and say you've never had cereal so we can have an excuse to have Cinnamon Toast Crunch every day. Oh my goodness.
So, yeah, that was my second thing.
Okay.
What's the craziest thing you saw this week?
I got one more time. You've seen it, Jake. Probably a lot of people have
Chiefs
seen
who
it.
rule.
No.
Oh.
Let's do it though.
Here we go.
Go ahead and watch. Let him watch.
Recovered by Gabby Marshall. Here
Great
comes
video.
Clark. How will she go for history?
Bang!
The sound.
Just. So this is Caitlin Clark,
The all-time leading scorer
Iowa
in
women's basketball player,
college basketball.
breaking the scoring record
With
for
a
college
40-footer.
from the logo. I mean, just
The game was 6-5.
Yeah.
It just started. She just pulls up from the logo.
so cool. And if she would have missed it, it would have been a big old bummer. So it's a big chance for her to shoot that shot. And she just ice water in her veins. The most electric athlete besides Patrick Mahomes in the last couple years, I think.
And she's a Chiefs fan, so that makes sense.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark is awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I was reading somewhere she could stay another year because of COVID. She has her COVID year. So she could stay a fifth year and just shatter every record and probably make more money with NIL deals doing that than maybe in the WNBA.
Wow.
But maybe it would tarnish her legacy a little bit if she just shatters the records. Like, well, she played 5 years.
Yeah.
I could see that, but she's amazing.
What the COVID rule thing, is that just going to be going on forever? It just feels like that should be done by now.
Well, I think if you played a year with
In 2020? Yeah.
then that's how it works.
It just like, sometimes it feels like guys play for like 6 years sometimes now.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder when the earliest you could, like if you get to college in 2018, red shirt, 2019, medical red shirt, 2020, COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can still be playing now.
Like Mitch Lightfoot for KU played for so many years, it felt like. It was just
Yeah,
like,
he wasn't
he's got
for a
another
while.
year, I guess. It's just, no one's going to
grad school.
Yeah. Just keep going, Mitch. So,
Anyway,
yeah, crazy. I mean,
whatever she wants to do, she's the best. She's amazing.
just, it was awesome. It was a great moment. She broke the record almost immediately in the game. Just drain it. I mean, it looked like, I'm not going to say I was motivated by her in my performance last night, but pretty close. Yeah. Cornerstone, let's just say they got a butterball sharpshooter.
Yeah, she's awesome. Let's get her on the pod. It would be fun. Do you know that she, do you know who has the non-NCAA record for points scored?
Somebody from your high school? Your coach?
It's a girl from KU.
Oh,
So before
Lynette
KU
Woodard?
was in the NCAA, a woman scored more points than Kelsey Plum, more than Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
But it wasn't exactly the NCAA. So she still has the record. Steve Coop was telling me all this.
When did so the NCAA hasn't been around that long? Is that?
I don't know
what
about
you're saying?
that. It was before KU was a part of it.
Interesting. Yeah, she was like maybe still like she's the only women's number retired at KU. Lynette
No
Woodard.
way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So it's like all these blue numbers and then there's one red number for her.
Do they wear red jerseys very often? I think they should.
They don't wear them very often. They brought him back last year. I think once was like an alternate. You remember J.R. Giddens back in the day?
Yeah.
They wore him a lot his season.
Really?
J.R. Giddens, David Padgett. That was like the first year I think Bill Self was at KU, and then from there they haven't worn him very much.
It reminds me, I was just going to look it up now. The 76ers used to have some amazing alternate jerseys back in the day. They would have blue ones. They would have red ones. Pretty sure there was like a gold one. Like Allen Iverson.
Like AI 76ers,
yeah,
like
yeah.
Derek Coleman 76ers.
Like Allen Iverson.
They had red?
Oh, yeah.
Were
They
they
had
like
red
shiny?
and blue. Now let me look it up. Show you. Just like a nice, just base red.
Oh, cool. Well, I remember those ones down the Dr. J
Yeah.
Sixers. I actually had a Dr. J jersey of that back in the day, like that Sixers jersey.
I just watched the Office episode recently where, they think Daryl's faking it. And Dwight's like, he's faking it. And he's like, he had a doctor's note. Remove Dr. J. That's so good. That's so funny.
Yeah, that is good.
Anyway, Caitlin Clark. Good video choice.
Yeah, thanks. Sorry, now I'm thinking about those jerseys.
I love alternate jerseys. When the Bulls would wear black, I thought that was so cool. When Jordan was
the
playing.
striped black?
Yeah.
Oh.
90s Bulls black jerseys were so cool.
You're not beating Jordan in the striped black.
No, yeah.
Holy cow, dude. Yeah.
Those were awesome.
We watched a Parks and Rec episode the other day where they referenced the Michael Jordan flu game.
Yeah.
And I asked Catherine, I was like, do you know what that is? And she's like, no. So we had to watch Last Dance of that episode. She was pretty mesmerized by it.
No one else ate the pizza. I ate the whole thing.
I ate the whole pizza. The way he says it. I ate the pizza. No one else touched the pizza.
I ate the whole pizza.
I ate the whole pizza.
The third craziest thing I saw this week, had a lot of time at home. I'm not going to show you the video, but have you seen the compilations? I didn't know about this. I don't watch really the NBA or the NBA on TNT. I know it's a great show. I see clips from time to time.
Yeah.
But do you know about Charles Barkley and the vendetta he has against women from San Antonio?
No?
I didn't know about this either. I feel like I'm in the news. I see clips. I didn't know about this. So very consistently over the years, Charles Barkley has been very adamant on the air. These aren't like hot mic. They caught him. He's on the air just talking about like, man, good luck with them ladies in San Antonio. So someone posted a compilation of it. The compilation is 15 minutes long.
What?
Of him just over the years just bashing women in San Antonio. It's so funny.
What is his beef? Like, what kind of things?
He says there's big old girls in San Antonio.
He doesn't find them attractive.
You don't want to spend too much time. And so I guess word started to get around. And so, he's covering some Spurs game a few years back. And they cut to like all these women who got like courtside seats or whatever. And it's like all these like models basically. And they all made t-shirts that said Chuck was wrong. And so like, Chuck, we want to cut to something. It looks like they surprised him with it. What do you have to say about this? And it's like all these women going nuts. And he's like, they flew them in from Dallas. They flew them in from Dallas. They ain't from San Antonio. It's so, I couldn't believe it was 15 minutes long. And it's basically just the same joke over and over again. But it's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so fun. I just can't believe he's getting away with it.
He's just leaning into it though. He's like, it's San Antonio. I'm not going to back down from San Antonio.
Yeah.
I feel like that show has been going on, inside the NBA for so long. Mm-hmm. It was kind of before Twitter and Facebook, like was really at least popular for showing clips and stuff. And so, I think there's been some hilarious clips that I've seen recently too, where it's like, they've been doing this for so long and I didn't realize how funny they've been forever. Dude, yeah. I don't watch that every night because I just don't. I don't watch the NBA very often. But man, when I see those highlights of Shaq, I mean, the fact that Shaq and Charles Barkley are these Hall of Fame all-time players and still yet like do this job is just that's just golden. Talk about golden age. Like like we're gonna look back and be like, that was so fun. Like to have them both there
and so genuinely entertaining.
So good
because it could be fun. Like we've talked about, like Travis and Jason Kelsey's podcast. There are some clips that have made me laugh and everything, but I would say they have the entertainment value of like. Charles Barkley is legitimately funny. Like Peyton Manning, legitimately funny.
Yeah.
Which is impressive when you could be a top tier athlete and funny.
And so funny. And just like the way because Charles Barkley is genuinely every once in a while just like ditzy or aloof or like says something. Like I remember, this is a random one, but he couldn't say Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas. He's like, Jonas Valcino wow sauce. Talking about, I think he was an all-star that year or whatever. And he's like, yeah, Jonas Valcino wow sauce. And they're just they just lead into it. They're just making fun of him or whatever.
Ernie.
Man, we should just watch some episode. We should just find a compilation of the best of inside the NBA and just react to it.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I read they've won like, I don't know what the award is. It Emmy? I think they've won like 15 Emmys for that show.
Yeah.
They're just dominant. They're the best at it. So
I mean, the NFL pregame shows always try, and it's like it's fine banter, but it's just not the same.
They always have too many old people.
But these days they're getting the young guys.
That's true.
Julian Edelman, they got Ryan Fitzpatrick, Randy Moss, whatever, all these guys. It's
Richard Sherman, Nate Burleson. Yeah, some of them I like, but not the same personalities though. Not like because most of the time, if you have a personality like that, you can't really be tamed down. Like Marshawn Lynch would be a liability. Entertaining, yes.
Gosh,
but definitely a liability.
Now I just want to watch some clips of that. That's funny.
So yeah.
All right,
we won't listen to it. But
it's been the craziest things we've seen this week.
Fun
new segment.
How long have we been going, Timon?
Hour 22.
Not bad. What do you think? Voice memo or two?
Yeah, there's actually a voice memo that I just saw come through that I haven't listened to yet, but I think you'll know which one that we should play.
Okay. They just came through today?
In the last couple of days. I haven't listened to it yet. There's one, if you see the title, I think you're going to
it's because of the title. Okay. Because there's one that came in like since we've been recording. Okay. I'll play it.
What's up, Jake and Brad? This is Mark Becker out in Colorado. You guys had a worship fail on your last Monday episode, and I wanted to send in my own. Back in college, I was leading at a pretty big church for one Sunday. I was super excited. It was like 1,000 people. And me and the band were playing Your Love Awakens Me. And in the second verse, there's 2 lines. It says, feel the darkness shaking first, and then hear the song awaken. Well, I started to sing in the second part of the verse, feel the darkness shaking again. But I realized, wait, this is the hear the song awaken line. So I cut myself off in the middle and I kind of merged the two. And then I ended up singing, instead of hear the song awaken, I sang, Feel the Dong Awaken. Yeah. But they asked us back the next year, so I was sweating the whole time.
Oh,
I was wondering.
awesome.
I was like, "What's the mishap here? Like, how did you?"
Because
up?
it says worship fail. I basically sang "Purna" on stage, and that's not what I was like. How is he going to get Purna?
Feel the dong awaken.
Feel the dong. That's awesome. There's an inside joke with some of my friends back in the day from Kanakuk. We had like a Facebook group for the staff. You remember that? Like back in the day? And for whatever reason, the nurses got invited to the, they have volunteer nurses, like adult women that come every year. And so the nurses were in the Facebook group, and one of them commented one time, like a link to like one of her daughters had like a submission for a song that she was promoting, like a contest, like vote for my daughter. And she just wrote, please vote for my daughter's dong. And as you can imagine, and she posted it during Uncle Week, so we're all just like having fun on our phones together. It's just guys around, and we commented back like, can't wait, hope your daughter's dong has, just voted, great dong, like all these different things.
Hey, we got all the uncles together, just prayed for your daughter's dong.
Yeah. The uncles will all be voting regularly for the dong. So yeah, whatever he said, dog. That's amazing too.
That's a funny word.
I've never heard the song Cornerstone the same. Have you heard about that? I dare not trust the sweetest frame.
I just think of our school, Cornerstone, Seastone.
I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly trust in Jesus' name. Somebody pointed that out to me one time. I was like, I'm not ever leading that song again. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly trust in Jesus' name. It's like, you're welcome, guys. You're going to be out there on Sunday. You're going to be laughing while other people are just, connecting with the Lord. And you're, but wholly trust in Jesus' name. Bum, 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 bum. So you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Right. Thanks, Mark, for that. That was a great voice memo.
That was great. Keep them coming. Let's do one more. Okay. Let's do the one that somebody just sent in.
Okay.
And then we'll get on with it.
Hi, Jake and Brad. Okay, this is the last time I'm going to record this. I want to know any youth group or camp stories that you guys have, specifically about like games or like gross things. When I was in high school, our youth pastor gave us this one game where he had a frozen rope that he was keeping in a cooler. And he had to string it through one arm of our shirt and then the other arm of our shirt. So, which is already weird because we were like all lined up and had this one rope through all of our shirts. And we had to pull it through as fast as we could. But what we didn't know was on the end of this rope, there was a frozen fish. And so you had to pull this fish through your shirt and through everyone's shirt. But by the time it like got to you, it was not frozen and had people sweat and like gross things on it.
Ew.
And it was just disgusting.
Ew.
Yeah. My youth pastor was a fan of dead fish or animals and blindfolding us.
So wait, where did they had to put the fish through their shirt?
Yeah, like through the arms, like the front of your shirt. That's gross and weird, and I don't know.
And like as a high schooler, are you kind of like weirdly kind of attracted to a girl like moving her shirt around, putting something inside of it? Like you're like, dang, that fish is touched.
That is all around weird.
So I got to touch the same fish that touched
Jessica's sports bra.
Yeah.
I've never done a single game that involved anything on the inside of a shirt. That just seems like a red flag. That's weird.
No positives whatsoever. I don't. That's so weird.
And frozen rope. That just seems like that's going to be freezing cold. That's going to hurt.
A frozen rope.
Ow. Don't yank it through my shirt. Get burned.
Just altogether a bummer of a time.
But
people ask me decently often, I bet they do for you too, like, hey, what's a good youth group game? Somebody asked me on my Instagram Live, one of them that I did yesterday. I did 4. And I always just keep it simple. I'm like, I think it's more fun to like have a fun game that people are into that then can hopefully turn into funny things rather than like make the game this ridiculously hilarious thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a Pictionary game or like a whatever, acted out game.
Reverse
man,
charades.
it's hilarious the way they acted that out.
Yeah.
Like that person that's so quiet all of a sudden did the funniest version of an adobe house in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, that's a good word. I would agree. Especially with like high schoolers.
Yeah.
You could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, there's all sorts of fun stuff. I mean, I remember Catherine and Peter, when I started first working with them, they went out to the Chinese market, got an octopus, and then instead of playing Ultimate Frisbee, we played Ultimate Squidbee. That's a classic.
Yeah, the very first like K-Life club that Catherine was a part of, her first week, she was tasked with going downtown to this Chinese market by herself. It's just the most Thomas thing ever. Like, yeah, go get this octopus.
Thanks.
Playing Ultimate Octopus. And she's like, I can't believe this is my first real like big kid job. And here I am just by myself getting octopus.
If you like gross games, we did this once with like middle schoolers, I think. Like you have this like see-through like tubing, you know, that's like it's bendable and you kind of have it in like an archway. You crack an egg, put the yolk in the middle, and then two kids on each side put their mouths around it. You say 1, 2, 3, blow. And then whoever has the strongest breath doesn't get egg yolk in their face. The other one does.
Yeah, what's the strategy there? Do you go like
you blow slightly second, I think, because they'll wear out quicker than you.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like have it for longevity over power.
Yep.
Like just go 30% and just keep it right here, and then the second that person takes another breath, they inhale both breath and yolk right away. I'd play that against somebody if somebody wants to go.
And you say you got the strategy down.
Or I just overpower them.
Just right off the bat. 3, 2, 1.
I think I do have a pretty good amount of lungs, like lung breath there.
You could do it.
That'd be pretty. I'd have fun with that.
A classic one where you know you're going to get to laugh at someone is just tell them you're going to do a blindfolded dance contest. You know, call it dance like no one's watching or something, and then just have everyone else in on it. They all take their blindfolds off, and then you're all just watching one person dance by themselves. Oh, okay, we got a pretty even competition here. Okay, Claire, let's see what you got.
Yeah.
And she's up there dancing by herself.
Yeah, we need to get a little more if somebody's
Come
gonna
on,
win.
who's it going to be? It's neck and neck. Come on.
No one's really deciphering them. Yeah. Making themselves out of the pack here. Come on. Let's see it.
That's fun. Do it to someone who's confident, though. Don't want to just embarrass somebody.
Well,
kind of.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for those. We'll do more voice memos on Wednesday. But for now, let's do our review of the week. Brad, do you have one?
The week. Yeah, sure. This is from Cold Leftover Eater with 2 thumbs up on both sides. Oldie but a goodie, 5-star review. I'm going through the beginning of the episodes as a newer listener. My name's Timon. No. I just listened to episode 37 where you talk with a friend about eating leftovers. And I've had this conversation with this topic before. It was quite long, but I have come to the conclusion that yes, I do eat cold leftovers, and your friend was right. It does have a different molecular form when it's cold, and Chinese food is so much better when it's cold. I like leftovers. I like cold leftovers so much. They're so passionate about this. My mom was making gumbo for me, and I had her set aside a portion to put in a dish to keep it in the fridge so that when I had it later.
So when I had it later.
Gosh, so when I had it later, it was cold, while everyone else had it hot.
Weirdo, but love it.
Just so passionate about it.
It's fun that now forever their Apple ID username is Cold Leftover Eater.
They're going to try to change it. You can't do it.
20 years from now, like, gosh, that one podcast, they made me name it this. Mine, the title is called I Think I'm the Girl Version of Timon.
Whoa.
She says, I started with John Christ, found Trey through him, then I found Jake, then I found Do Less, God Bless, and through that I got suggested Ghostrunners.
Nice.
I've been listening for almost 2 years and just absolutely love it. I have a little sister who's 3 years old, so I can relate to Brad with the story of Hattie, Bo, and Rosie, and I love hearing Jake and Rachel's story. It gives me a glimpse into the future of what it'll be like when I get married. And then Timon, ... I'm a 17-year-old. I live on a farm. I'm a sheltered Christian. I have a big family. And I'm a theater kid who loves music. Couldn't relate more. Love the pod.
Wow.
Her username is like 25 numbers, so you should hit her up.
25 numbers. Pick out 7 of them and go for it. We'll find an area code in there.
Sure,
too.
numbers in there somewhere. Yeah. Figure it out. Brad, Timon, would you like to end this episode with a jingle?
Brad sent me this jingle. You want to choose a song for me to sing the tune to?
Oh,
that
could be fun.
My computer's plugged in digitally, so
it's a super short jingle, but I mean, we could try.
So it could be to any song.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Any song. That's too vague or too broad. Let's go.
I already typed one in.
Great.
For just being given a song and you have to sing those words not written to that song. I thought that was awesome, dude.
Ghostrunners Spirit Fly is pretty nice compared to Sweet Child of Mine.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Good teamwork there, everybody.
Nice.
Thanks, ChatGPT.
That was awesome. Good singing. Cool. Anything else on your guys' minds to close with?
I'm pumped about Rendall Weaver. I'll be pumped if you guys come to Ghostrunners Getaway. It's so fun. We're filling up the spots and we want you to be there. So we have a few more. So come on out.
Come on down. Water's warm.
Water's warm. Oh man, I'm so pumped. I was talking to Jensen the other day and he goes every single Monday to play sand volleyball.
Yeah.
That's like his thing he does on his day off. And I'm excited for sand volleyball and Gulf Shores. I'm just excited to hang out with people.
Yeah.
Right there on the beach. It's going to be awesome.
Cool. All right. Well, we'll see you guys in Alabama or Wednesday.
Love you guys.
Zip.
Ghostrunners Podcast. Everybody